February 15th, and this is episode 40 of the Three Sisters Knit podcast. I'm Sheila. You can find me on Ravelry as Shishi62.
And I'm Margaret, and you can find me on Ravelry as Magpie60. So welcome to our podcast. If you've joined us before, thanks for coming back. And if it's your first time, we will be talking about yarn and knitting and maybe a little bit here and there about life. But yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today. So we don't have a lot because Sheila was just mentioning that we were talking about how we don't have a lot to talk about. And she was saying that a lot of the podcasters that she's been watching, everybody, I guess it's kind of the winter doldrums. Everybody seems to be kind of,
having a hard time figuring out what to do. They want to cast everything on, but they've got so much to do. They don't know where to go.
Yeah.
You just sort of, it's almost like you're overwhelmed because, you want to do this, you want to do this, you want to do this. Yeah. And I know I have several things I want to work on, and I just don't know where to put my time. I've got to really focus on trying to organize my time. Yeah. And I think that's what it is. If we organize our time, we can get all these things done.
Yes. Yeah.
I know.
So, did you want to talk about, why don't we talk about the socks?
Okay.
Because the last episode, we talked about
the
Sheila,
Heart Warrior. These are the socks. Yeah. Heart Warrior is what they're called.
So I had pulled that from one of Sheila's sort of hidden, I don't know, what do we call those? Just stash bags?
Yes,
that are,
my stash sock bags. I'd like to make a pair of socks for myself a month this year.
Yes.
So this and a lot of the podcasters have been doing things like that. Yep. So I'm doing them concurrently because that's how I do my socks. So I've got the first pattern repeat on this, on both sets.
Excellent.
So.
That's so pretty.
I know.
I love that color combination.
When you get that pull some yarn. So there it is.
There. Oh yeah. So it is a heart.
Yes.
And
if you look, there's a little bit of a cable that goes up the one side of the sock.
Oh, that's neat.
And you have to, and so they've got the pattern so that you get it the cable on the other side of the other sock. So that way they will both match. But yeah, isn't that nice? Look at that cable.
That's such a pretty.
I know
that yarn. Oh my gosh, it makes me happy. It looks like confetti or something.
I know. It's called Hologram. It's by Studio Lou, who is a Canadian yarn dyer. Yes. She also does spinning. She does some very funky, almost eccentric type spinning.
Yes, but they're really amazing.
Really, really awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. So I've got that done on 2 socks,
which is great.
So yes. Yep. I'm using my 2.25s, and these are the Lucca needles.
Oh, yes.
And these are just my Haya Sharps, I think, are they? No, they're my Addi Turbos.
Okay.
Addi Turbos. So, but that's what I am working on.
Okay. So, since you've talked about socks.
My field bag that we won.
Yep. So, I haven't talked about my Obliviate socks for a while, so I just wanted to show. I have done a few rows since the last time. I did this actually last episode. We have our knit night following, so I did that. So that's all I've done since our knit night, which is not an awful lot. But I was decreasing for the heel flap and gusset, and then I've encountered a slight problem. So one of the things that I did on my heel flap was I decided to add a couple extra rows. So the pattern calls for, I think, like 16 or something like that, which I think is a normal, a typical amount, 16 rows. And I decided to do, I think I did 20. So, because I have a high instep, I thought it would help give me that extra. Anyway, so what I've done is I've followed the pattern, gone round and done the reduction on the heel flap. You can see I've got, it might be easier to see there, so you can kind of see how I've reduced down, and it looks really nice there. Let's see if we can get that in the light a little bit. But you're supposed to reduce it down until eventually you have the even number. Yes. So I do a 56 stitch count, and so I should have 28 on both halves of the needle. Yeah. I have 28 on one side and 40 on the other. So I suspect
So
that
you
has
have to,
something
well, you're
to
doing
do.
the gusset, so you still have to. You're still doing the gusset, so that
Yeah.
will reduce down.
So I'll have to just reduce down, I think,
Yeah.
on the side, only on the side that has the 40.
Yes, yeah, that's
Yeah.
the side you only do it on.
Well, it's just the way I split it and the way the pattern's written.
Yeah.
Like I ended up doing it on one needle and on the other needle. So I'm just going to have to switch it a little bit and do it that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, it's kind of got me stumped. Anything that when it doesn't follow exactly,
Yes.
especially when there's
Well,
numbers,
one of the
it
things,
confuses
have you
me.
put it on to see how
Yeah.
it fits, and it goes on fine, and everything fits
Yeah.
fine with the heel and all
Well,
that?
I haven't done it
You should
since
do
I
it.
started the decrease.
You should do it to make, because now that you've got a bit more of the foot here,
Yeah.
like a bit more here, then you should be doing it.
Yeah.
You should try it on to see how it fits.
Yeah.
Because what I usually do is I would have still done the regular 16 what
Yeah.
they called for, but then I add a couple extra rows
Just go
here,
round as rounds.
around. Yes.
Yeah.
Like so you
I've
would
done
do
that.
yes.
I've done
but-
that in the past, but I wanted to try this
And
method
then
just to see.
then I would have started the decreasing.
Yep, but
That's all I would have done.
I've done that in the past, but I wanted to try this different version
Mm-hmm.
because I was curious about it. And so anyway, I've done that and it's confused me. So so I stopped
It's
working
her
on
own
it.
problem.
Yeah, so it's a problem of my own creating, and I
Yes.
just don't have the patience
Yeah.
right now. So that, do you want me to talk about the other
What
one?
you're working
So that was from the sock blank from
on. Andre Sue.
Andre Sue.
Yeah.
And so last year, I think it was, I knit up this, it was just a plain toque or a hat. And it was with this alpaca yarn, and
Look at the lovely color.
it was such a beautiful burgundy wine color.
Mm-hmm.
This is all that's left of it, because after I'd been working on the sock blank, I thought, this is kind of fun. But I had this hat that I made that I knew it was too big. So I had my husband try it on, and he has a big head, and it was too big for him. And I thought, oh. So I had left it again for a year because I just don't have the patience to restart things. So anyway, so I just started knitting, and I found another pattern that I actually kind of liked.
That's really cute.
And so I just have been knitting that. So this is what I've been working on. Again, I just knit it straight like it was a sock blank. And so this is a pattern. I should actually look for it. I'll add it to the notes because I
Yes.
cannot remember what it's called. I think it's called something like the man pattern, or for the man, or something like that.
Yeah, the man hat or
Man
something.
hat.
Yeah.
Anyway, because it's a little more ribbed. So as you can see, I'm on the decreasing. I don't have an awful lot left to do.
Has hubby tried it on?
No,
Okay.
no. But anyway, I'm really happy with how it's turning out. I think it's really nice. It's nice. It's the fabric is nice and dense feeling.
Oh yeah, it is.
And it's got a nice stretch to it. So
Yeah.
I think it'll fit just about any size head. So
Yeah.
I'm really happy with that. So like I said, I just have to finish
Mm-hmm.
decreasing,
All right.
and I'll be done. So those are the projects that I
Yeah.
have right now.
I've also been working on cross stitch. So
Yeah.
as we've all seen, I've been working on that one for my daughter-in-law.
Uh-huh.
So this is what I have done of it now.
Mhm.
I can't remember how much I had the last time, but that's what I have done.
It looks so cute. The
So, it
little
is.
paws are adorable.
I know, it's really, really cute. So I do need to get working on that. Her birthday is in just over a month,
Yeah.
because mine's in a month.
Yeah, a month today. Yeah.
So, but what I did, you just get in these moods. I went through a bunch of our cross stitch books, and I have like patterns, and I have like cases of threads and tons of material and books, magazines, like you wouldn't believe. So anyways, I went through a bunch of stuff, and I found this, and I believe my mother did this.
Yeah. That is.
And
so
now I
cute.
think she was going to do it for Irene.
Yeah.
So-
Irene had a thing for giraffes. She
Yes.
collected giraffes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I think I'm going to give this to one of my grandkids.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to. So I just threw it in this frame This may not be the frame, but this is, I just threw it in this
there
just to
have, yeah.
Yep. So that was one. Then I found this. So I'm gonna have to. I don't think this one will be too bad, but I think I'm gonna have to do this. It's called A Grandson's Poem, and this is old. Our mother was probably gonna do that for me,
Probably.
and she never did.
Yeah.
But she always had good intentions and
Yes.
always had lots of thoughts and of things
Yes.
to do.
So I'm sure that most of you watching are familiar with that sense of
I know.
having a lot of projects and a lot of potential projects,
Well, I know,
and all the
because
material, and then just sort of
I
not
bought
getting
this
to
to
it.
do for one of my sons, and I've never touched it. So I know.
Wait, is that a cross stitch too?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's very cool.
It's the
from-
Earth from
from-
Moon.
from
It's the
Moon.
Earth from Moon.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I know.
Is
It's
that
very
for
cool.
Robert.
Yes, it would have
Yeah,
been for Robert.
Yeah, yeah. So,
But
how old is he now?
He's going to be 32 this year. I know.
So it's been
Oh,
around
well.
for a while.
Yes, it has. Just a little while. Well, I probably bought it when he was
Oh,
like
yeah.
5 or something
Oh,
like
so
that.
not
Yeah.
32 years.
No,
it's
no,
only,
no,
it's
no.
only been
25.
25.
Or thereabouts. But she had. I was going through threads and all this stuff because I was looking for more thread for the cross stitch that I'm doing for my daughter-in-law. Well, as I was going through stuff, I thought I'm just going to rummage through this one thing, and I had a whole bunch of these little kits that came along. And I put all these kits together. I took them away from the magazine. So then what I thought, this is crazy. I don't have the proper full instructions and all
Yeah.
this stuff. So I went through all the magazines to match up all the little kits that I had.
That's time consuming.
I know, it took me a whole
And
night
then, of course,
to do it.
you get distracted because you're going through the magazine and you're like,
Like,
oh, this is really neat.
I know. So I found like so much stuff that I really don't need to do. So, but I saw this, and this is cute. It's a little card, and that's what it will be when it's done, is the
That's
little card
adorable.
with the little teddy bear on it. And that one came in the June 2000 Cross Stitcher magazine. Because my mom loved to get magazines that had something with them.
Yes.
And this one, it didn't have a pattern, but it had a frame.
Oh,
But it has a bunch of
patterns
a
in
bunch
it?
of patterns that you can put
Oh,
with the
that's
frame.
perfect.
And that's also from Cross Stitch, but that's from
Yeah.
April 2003.
Oh,
Then I came across this one, which is July 2003, also
Oh my
Cross
gosh.
Stitcher. And it's this little, let me get the needle out of the way. It's this cute little fairy
Yeah.
on a rose. I'm trying to, there
There.
we go. Fairy on a rose.
yeah.
So, yeah, so like
So-
that's basically from the magazine that it'll come out something like that.
That should be enough.
So, but yeah, so I've got several of these that I came across, and I've already done one. So I just have to do the finish. I know, it's just like,
It's so overwhelming.
I
There's
know,
like- it just
this
keeps-
is why I'm trying to figure. And then I was at I went and had my massage, and my massage therapist has asked me to knit her a dozen dishcloths for her friend who's just in the process of, she's done all of her chemo treatments.
Mhm.
She is just doing her radiation treatments, and her friend saw her dishcloths, and I do them for her. She asks for them every year, so I give her. So I have to do more for her,
Yeah.
a dozen of them. So I've been struggling with that, and then going, oh, but I need to do this. Oh, but I want to get this done. Oh, but I want.
Yeah.
See, this is what I mean. I have to focus my time.
I know.
have to really
I find
get my time more focused.
I know. I've and just so explain kind of what I've been working on. It has
Mhm.
not been
Any knitting.
any knitting
Absolutely nothing to
because
do
I
with
have
knitting.
I have my habit tracker.
Yes.
And I've chosen what I want to track.
Yes.
And it's like all kinds of things. And knitting is one of those things. And
It's
I
been
have
blank
not.
lately.
It's been blank, that whole section. So I have every day what I want to track, and I put a little X through it if I've
Yes.
done it. So I've been working on my writing, and
Mm-hmm.
so I'm really pleased.
Actually, talk about your yoga first.
Okay.
Talk about the yoga.
So I'll
first.
talk about yoga. So I kind of got out of the habit of a yoga practice last year, and it's something that I love to do,
Mhm.
but I felt like I had fallen behind. Like, you know how it is if you haven't done an exercise for a while, how you feel stiff, And then I just thought...
You just feel, about getting into it, yes.
And so I was not happy with how I was feeling about myself mentally or physically. And so I thought this year, somebody I follow on Instagram on my personal account, she is someone I know through my yoga teacher, and through the yoga conference we volunteer together. And she's a lovely, lovely woman, and she does these really amazing Instagram shots. And through her, I've started following other yogis. And so one of the things that Pam does is these yoga challenges. So I decided in January, maybe what I need to kind of kickstart my yoga, getting back into it and kind of push me a little bit out of my comfort zone, is to do one of these challenges. Well, I'll tell you, they're really addictive once you get started, because it's like, this is really fun.
Yes.
And so, so I've been doing yoga challenges since January. So it's made me practice, if not every single day, then, I might miss a day here or there, but you have to post photos of yourself in the poses that they suggest. So I've been doing that. And it took me, like, it was difficult for me to pose
take a picture of her in a pose,
show myself, and because I'm older and stuff, so I'm not in the best shape, and I'm not, like, in yoga wise, I'm not in the best place either.
Yes.
I've been better at yoga than I am currently, but I've been doing that, and so I've been having a lot of fun with that and posting lots of photos.
You have. I've been watching them.
Tons of photos and a few little videos, because actually one of the things Pam told me, because I said, how do you get these shots? Like, how do you get in the pose with your camera?
Yeah,
like,
and have a shot of you in the camera.
And from your phone. And she said, oh, my kids taught me this trick. She goes, you put it on video. You videotape yourself, and then you can take a still from the video. And I was like, oh, that's brilliant. She goes, yeah, I was struggling with that, and until finally my kids just, like, rolled their eyes and went, Mom, this is how you do it.
Mom, mother.
So I was like, oh, okay, so that's what I've been doing. So I usually have video clips of everything I do, but I don't post the videos, because generally there's a lot of groaning and, oh my God. And,
like all the there. I'm getting
difficulty there. So I don't usually post the videos. But one of the things that I'm really pleased with myself is I've been doing what they call a forearm headstand. So it's your weight is on your forearms, and you the way you're like this. You have your head like this here, and then you go down. And
so your head is also on the ground, and your arms.
So but they
kind of a tripod.
What they say is like 90% of your weight is on your forearms, and only about 10% is on your head. Like, you're not really putting any weight, because it's too much pressure for the neck. But I've been doing that. Once I managed to get myself up, and honestly, I will tell you, I have never been able to get up into an inversion without some sort of help. Either a person, or my yoga teacher has what they call a headstander, which is a support that you can do. And I'd never been able to do that until this month, essentially. And so I'm doing it every single day, just because I got to get stronger, and I got to work on my alignment. But anyway, I'm having a lot of fun with the yoga. But the other really exciting thing for me is that you've heard me talk about doing writing. Just last week, February the 8th, I uploaded my first novel to Amazon.
Yes.
So I'm so excited about that. And I've actually sold a few. Of course, most of them are to family and friends.
But that's okay.
But still, I'm really excited. And so now I'm working on. I've already written the second one, so there's going to be 4 in the series.
Yeah.
And I've already written the second one, but I have to rewrite chunks of it, because one of the characters that I wrote, I need to switch him out a little bit, because he's going to be in the third book.
Mhm.
That wasn't the original intention, so I have to really rewrite a lot of
Yeah.
this one. So I'm working on that right now, and I hope to have that one up in the summer. And then I have to finish writing the third one, and that should be available before Christmas.
Yeah.
Because it's set around Christmas time.
Yeah.
And then the fourth one is already done, and I don't think I have a lot to do with that one, like to do on it as far as editing or rewriting. So that one will be out in about a year. So,
So yay!
So I'm really excited about that. So if I can, I will try to maybe stick a little picture of the cover in there, and
it's called
the Irishman's Bluff.
Yes.
On Amazon.
Yes.
So
and her writing name is
yes, I write under a pen name.
Yes.
And the name is Emma Henry.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's just in case you're curious about it.
Yeah. So excited when just so neat. I'm just so proud of her because she's something she's so wanted to do.
I'm just so excited. It's just so cool.
I know. I was telling my husband, and he goes, I am so proud of her. I said, I know, me too.
And I'm just so thrilled that I know, because it was something that I thought, when I first started writing, I didn't really think much, and then I was like, I wonder if I could do this. And so now that I've actually accomplished it, I'm just really excited.
I know. It's so exciting for you. So, but other than that, nothing that exciting in my life. Except, oh my God, this is hysterical. This is a funny story about last Friday when I went out for dinner. Remember we went to that really nice restaurant in Toronto. Mm-hmm. It's called Auberge de Pommier. Yeah. It is an Oliver and Bonacini restaurant who are Canadian chefs.
Yeah, if you are Canadian, you probably know Michael Bonacini from, he's one of the hosts of MasterChef Canada.
Yes.
So you'll know him from that, or the Marilyn Dennis show. He's often on that show as well.
Yes.
So,
and he does a competition for the Little Potato Company.
Yes.
With kids, and they have to make a dish out of the potatoes.
Yes.
Something original of
so
their own.
He's a very good chef.
And he's very good with the kids too.
Yeah, and he's got several restaurants. And this
is one of them.
A really nice
one.
So
this is some people that my husband used to work with, because they're all retired. Well, one of the ladies isn't yet, but she comes from out west, so she was here. We go to the restaurant. So Brian, he was in meetings all day, and he said, I have to leave. I'm meeting my wife. So I meet him, and we go, and we were meeting this other woman at a bar, and then we were heading up, and then we're going to head up to the restaurant together. Yeah. So we do that, and then she left about 20 minutes later from the meeting, because it was like a huge, massive group meeting.
Oh, right.
So, and she's like, I'm meeting some friends for drinks and dinner. So I'm sitting in this bar with my husband, but there's a post, and it's not like a post, it's like a post, a big post, and I'm behind the post, and then she comes in, and Brian sees her, so we've already said hi. So she's sitting having a drink, my husband's sitting having a drink, I am too, but I'm behind a post. All these other people from his office come into the bar, and they're all going, he said he was meeting his wife. I only see her over there. Like, oh my God. Like, she said she was meeting friends for dinner. Like, oh my God, right? And then so they came over to the table, and they saw me. Right? It was so funny. So that was fine. So I meet all these people who my husband has mentioned. I've never met them before, so that was nice. So they go and they sit in there where they were going to sit. I said, well, let's get ready. I'm just going to go to the bathroom before we head up. So I leave. I come back, and this one lady is talking to them again. She's like, your husband, I thought he was, I thought something was going on. I didn't see you. He said he had to leave to meet his wife. Then we see Mrs. Smith sitting over here, right?
Oh my gosh.
So I know,
funny.
It was hysterical. We were in stitches. I said, good way to get the rumors going there. And then my husband had to go out of town last night. Yeah. Which was Valentine's Day, and he had to go to Quebec City, and he was with this other woman. I said, okay, so we went out to dinner the day early, so I've just been jokingly saying, my husband's having dinner with another woman on Valentine's Day. people there besides this woman that he had for dinner.
Yeah.
So it was a business meeting. So
it's so funny because one of the things that you know, we learned growing up, because our father traveled extensively when we were young, when we were small children.
Yeah.
I mean, he'd
traveled
to
South. He'd be 2 to 3 weeks at a time.
Easily 3, sometimes longer weeks. And he'd be like in the Caribbean and South America. And this was in the days, you know, when it was like teletype. You know, it was pre-fax even.
Yes. Well, no, they did have some of the fax machines and stuff like that.
So
but
it was
all...
Oh my gosh.
No such thing as emailing.
Emails, and, you know, he would phone maybe once a week or something like that and talk to my mom. Yeah. And she would be, you know, alone.
With the three of us.
And we were, you know, all under 10.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And yet, you know, it just worked. And I remember Mom saying... that
you just do what you gotta do.
Yeah. But I remember Mom saying... Though some women that she knew had said, "How can you let your husband do that? Do you trust him?" And she said, "Well, of course I trust him." And I know. And she said it was never a big deal. We knew it was part of his job.
And also, how can you let your
I know, and that was the other thing.
It's his job.
It's his job.
Part of his job.
Yes. So we've always grown up with that sense that you know, your partner is your partner, and you know, it would be weird to not trust them.
Yeah.
And I know my husband has said to me too about. He said, "Yeah, you're really calm." He said, "I've gone out with some girls who freak out if I decide I want to go away
fishing for the
weekend with my friends." And they would be really upset by that. They think that we were up to something. Yeah. And I was like, no. And he goes, that's why you've been around so long.
Yeah. Well, I know, because I've even said that to the girls. I said, your husband isn't your life.
Yes.
Like, he is your life, but he's not. You need a life aside from
him.
Your kids, your husband. Like, you need your own friends and your own time. You need to have, like, your girls' time.
Yeah.
Mother-daughter time. Anything like
something
that.
creative that you're interested
I said,
in.
You cannot depend on them to do everything.
To be your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. It's funny because I remember somebody asking Mom, we had that big 40th wedding anniversary party for them. And somebody asked Mom, what's the secret to a long marriage? And she said, time apart.
I know. So, and you know what? I agree with that.
Totally agree with that.
Especially now, more now than I did even then. Right? Even more so. As you get older together, you want time apart. I know.
Oh my goodness, yes. Yeah.
I know. So, but other than that, that's pretty much it. Except I have one thing, a surprise.
Oh.
This, one for each of us.
Oh my gosh.
This is for Classico. Cordino Classico. It's a cava.
Okay.
This is to celebrate you publishing
my book.
Yes. It's just,
oh my gosh.
Yes, it was just this, and not just that, it's her birthday next week.
It is my birthday next week.
So
that's another reason I'm really pleased, because I feel like now that I'm going to be turning 58. Yeah. So now that I'm, you know, turning 58 and I've got all this new stuff, and it's funny because I was saying to my husband earlier today that I feel like, because I've been doing all this yoga, and of course the challenges in February are what they call heart opening, which is a lot of back bending and that. It's a challenge because you need a lot of core strength and you need a lot of arm strength as well. And of course, because if I'm writing or I'm editing, I'm at my computer and I tend to be like, and this is one of the great things about yoga is it allows you to open up through here.
Yes.
And so that's because I've been doing that now for a couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm stronger. I feel like I can get up into certain poses much more easily. So, so yeah, I'm really happy about turning 58. are we just going to drink right out of the
Yes,
bottle?
we're going to drink right out of the bottle. Oh,
Okay.
these are screw tops. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
Awesome. Cheers.
Thank
Congratulations. I won't choke on it like I did the last time. But I have one more thing.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. Happy birthday.
Mm.
I wanted to give this to you on air.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, oh, gee, I'll just keep drinking.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, there's a card.
The card.
Mom, I found that amongst
Oh
the
my
stuff.
gosh, look
Mom
at-
cross-stitched that.
Oh, that's perfect. I love it. It's like a little
Yeah.
flower.
Yep,
I
a
guess.
little pansy.
Yeah, nice.
So-
Happy birthday. Hope you have a fabulous day. That's
So,
nice.
Yep.
Aw.
I saw that and I thought, I have to give this to
That's
Margaret
so
for her
nice.
birthday.
I love it.
Okay. First things first.
So what do I see in here? I'll look at this first. Oh my gosh! Oh, I got a by the lakeside. Oh my god!
Yes.
Oh.
Clandestine. I had to do it I had to do it on the slide.
Oh my god! I love it.
I
Oh, I'm
know,
so
and it's
happy.
her signature bag, and
I
I know you
know.
love that
I
one,
love
so I thought I
it.
have
Oh
to
my
get this
God,
for her.
Thank you, and thank you, Sandy. I love this bag. Thank you, thank you. Oh my
I
god,
know.
I'm so
I
happy.
just had to get that for you. I
Oh.
just had to. And
Oh my god.
Yes.
Chocolate.
Yes.
And really yummy. And I
yes,
love,
and
I
the
adore,
chili
I
and
know.
chocolate. I know you love that.
I love sea salt and chocolate.
I know.
And I think this, I'm really excited about that.
Well, there
and
was
I love
another
dark
one, and I
chocolate,
put it
too.
back, and it was the sea salt caramel and chocolate.
Oh,
I
I like
know.
that too.
I know it's good too.
If
It
it's
is good too.
chocolate,
I've had it as
oh
well.
my god.
So
Oh, I'm
Yes.
really excited about that. Thank you so
you're
much.
so welcome.
Oh my
I got that. I
God.
just picked it up today from where I was supposed to
Oh.
when I was doing my running around. Yes. So, and I
Oh.
have to thank Christina because I went, Christina,
Yeah.
I need this. I said, but we share a PayPal account,
Oh.
so I need you to do this for me because I can't let her know that I'm getting this for her. She's like, not a problem.
Oh, that's great. That's
I know,
great.
I know.
Oh, well, thank you, Christina, too.
Yes, and so happy birthday.
Thank you. Cheers. And I guess we will sign off for now
Yeah.
because we got to continue drinking, I think.
I think so.
It's knit night
Yes.
tonight, so we're just
Yes.
getting in the mood.
Yes, I know. I've got a couple more bottles of champagne
Oh.
too for
Well, I'm glad I'm
or
staying here and
maybe
not driving tonight.
Maybe not champagne, but
Yeah.
bubbly. I
Yeah.
call it bubbly because it's just bubbly
Nice and
wine.
generic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, this is a cava, which I
Cava,
believe is Spanish.
Yeah.
So it's a sparkling wine.
So thank you so much for
Yes.
joining in. Not an awful lot to talk about, but a
No.
lot of, as far as projects, but
Yep.
a lot to talk about as far as life. So
Yes.
thank you very much.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll see you again next time, and we might actually have some knitting to talk about.
Yeah. We're gonna work on it.
We'll work on it. Okay.
Okay. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.